So I just finished up installing the Ghost Controls automatic gate opener. So what I did, we ended up running it on the 12 volt instead of using 110 power out here because they didn't want to run power all the way out here. So we did the battery pack and the solar power, solar panel. So what we ended up doing is, I know the instructions say that you can mount it straight to the fence, like right here kind of thing. But the homeowner and myself, we wanted to end up making it to where it can't be tampered with from outside. So this is about 3.5 feet from the fence to where I built this stand here, and ended up putting it here. We ended up, so the Ghost Controls boxes for the control board and the battery pack, or the batteries, are weatherproof, but we ended up running it in these Cantex boxes to kind of double up the weatherproofing. The directions also say that you can just run the wiring straight like along the fence in the sheaths that they come in, but we ended up running conduit because we wanted all of the Ghost Control stuff out of the weather as much as possible so that it would last 2 times the life of what it would otherwise. I may even end up building a shroud for this so that the sun doesn't beat on that and make that plastic all weak and crumbly. So basically what I ended up doing, built this stand here, so the battery is in here, both batteries, and the control box is in here. So all this wiring runs through here, back and forth between each of the between the panel into the battery, or into the control box, from the control box back into the batteries, and then out here, down underneath, and back up into here and into this box, and then back out the bottom and through into here. So power's in here. So another thing that I did different than what the directions call for is, you see the angle on this. So the directions call for it to be basically straight off. What I found when I mounted it that way was, when you hit it to open it, or to close, let's say to close it, so it's in this position, you go to close it, the arm pushes directly this way, straight, so it has to do a lot more pressure in this direction before it finally starts moving the gate inward. So what I did was I cantered this out, and I put the fulcrum out further by building this bracket that sets it off from the post, and you can see the angle. So as soon as you hit that button, it's already aiming in that direction that it wants the gate to go. So you close it, and it barely, any pressure starts closing the gate. So it ends up closing, as you can see. And once it closes, you'll see the one thing we're going to do is I'm going to end up getting the zombie box, or the zombie lock, to lock it at the other end. So when it closes, you can see the angle here that this is at. So when you go to open it and you press the button, very little pressure. So when it was straight and I pressed the button, it pulled so hard it was pulling those bars here, the way that it wanted to go before it even started opening the gate. So if you see it now, even the littlest pressure starts opening it, because it removed this fulcrum point out, so it's in the direction already that it wants it to go. So I would suggest building some kind of bracket to offset it like that. Make sure you put your warning signs up. And then out here, I went ahead and built this stand and this little box here. I know that this here is weatherproof, but I wanted it inside of something else that's weatherproof as well, to make sure it doesn't get, or to make sure it lasts, basically. So then you end up punching the code, and it works. And then you just stop it midway, whatever you want to do. So this one's got the auto close feature shut off because they like it. They want it open when it basically open during the day and don't want to have to do the party mode on it. So that is basically the setup. Hope you enjoyed the video.